Hi, it's Colleen, and welcome to the WOW YouTube channel. Today, I want to show you how to create gorgeous fall backgrounds for your cards by adding washi tape, and then we're going to heat emboss over the washi tape. I'm so happy you're joining me today. If you like what you see here, hit the subscribe button and the like button, and you'll never miss another WOW YouTube video. So like I said, we are going to play with some backgrounds here, fall backgrounds, using an embossing folder, washi tape, and then we are going to heat emboss over that washi tape. Now, I learned this technique a while ago from the wonderful Amber, who was on our design team, and I thought I would give it a try for myself. And I found it to be really easy to heat emboss over washi tape. So the first step here is to add this washi tape over a craft cardstock. And I'm using an Altenew brand washi tape. I will put the name of it in the description box below, but I wanted something that was kind of fallish and a bit subtle so that it wouldn't compete with my focal point. So what I'm doing is just smoothing it out, and then after that, that is when I'm going to dry emboss it with this embossing folder, just to add a little texture. So I added the washi tape first, then I dry embossed it with this beautiful leaf embossing folder, and this is what you get. It's really pretty. So we're off to a great start. You got a nice, cohesive, colorful background, and now we are going to jazz this baby up by adding, ta-da, embossing powder. I'm choosing Earl Grey, which is a gorgeous translucent embossing powder. And I chose a translucent embossing powder because I wanted the shine, but I did not want to cover up that background color. So translucent allows the color below it to shine through. So that's why I chose it. And you can tell if it's translucent by looking on the container. And if there's a T next to the name of the embossing powder, that tells you it's a translucent powder. So my first step is to take my WOW sticky embossing pad and very lightly go over the top of the leaves. I only want to touch the part that is embossed. So I'm taking a very gentle touch and going over the leaves with my sticky embossing pad. And now I'm going to heat emboss it with the Earl Grey. Now, you see a white piece of paper under my embossing powder there, and that white piece of paper is just copy paper, and I use it to catch the extra embossing powder, and you can see I put the excess right back in the WOW container so that I don't waste anything. Now I'm using the WOW Dual Heat tool. It's got two settings, low and high, and you can use that little bar to set it up and heat it. So I put it on high when I'm just doing some basic heat embossing. Now, when you look closely right now, you can see that the color is a matte. And as I begin to heat emboss, it's going to go from a matte to a glossy, shiny finish. And when I'm going around the card panel, I'm moving my heat tool around until it gets good and hot so I don't warp the paper. So one of the keys here to successful heat embossing over washi tape is to keep that heat tool moving. Keep it moving around the card. Don't leave it in one place for too long and get it good and hot. So let it sit for a good 30 seconds or even a minute to get really hot before you apply it. And here you go. Now you've got a shiny, glittery embossing finish, and it looks amazing. So now I'm moving on to my focal point. I had made this background a while ago when I was just playing around making some backgrounds, and I thought this would be a beautiful fall leaf. So I have this leaf die, and I cannot remember where I got it. It's a very old die, but Simon Says Stamps has a lot of dies that are similar to this. So if you're looking for a large leaf die, Simon Says Stamps will have some selections for you. So I'm sorry, I don't know where I got this because it's so old, but I thought it was really pretty to die cut it over this background panel. It looks like a fall leaf. Now, this is the second layer that I'm holding up now, and that layer is going to be heat embossed using my embossing powder again. So what I'm doing is I'm just applying my embossing pad right over a piece of white cardstock, and then I am going in with Mojito, which is gorgeous. And this is an opaque embossing powder, and I'm going right over that white cardstock where the sticky part is, and I'm just going to heat emboss that little piece of the card panel. I just need enough embossed to be able to die cut that second layer of my leaf, which I believe is supposed to be the veins of the leaf. So once again, I've got my heat tool on and I put it on high speed, and it's going to go from a matte finish to a glossy finish. When it's a glossy finish, as you can see here now, shiny glossy, it's finished and it's dry. And that's how you know that you have successfully heat embossed it. So now I'm taking those veins to the leaf and I'm going to run it through my die cut machine. I love making fall cards. I just have so much fun. Fall is my favorite time of year, and I get so much pleasure out of making fall cards. I love the colors. I love the smells. I just love everything about fall. So this is such a pleasure for me to make this card for you. So it takes me a little bit of time to get that die out of there. Sometimes when you heat emboss and then die cut something, the heat embossing can get a little sticky in your die cut. It doesn't come out as easily. So just be kind of careful when you're pulling your die cut, especially delicate ones like this, out, that you don't tear it. I amazingly did not tear this. I'm actually quite shocked that I didn't tear this, but I didn't. So now my vein is done and it's ready to be adhered onto my leaf. It's very pretty and very shiny and very fall-y. And that's my main focal point to my background. So I've adhered this on and I'm ready to put my card together. Isn't that pretty? Oh my goodness, I love the colors in that leaf. So now I'm taking a stamp set from Catherine Pooler, and I will put the name of the stamp set in the description box, but I really liked the sentiments in there, and I wanted something that represented how shiny and beautiful this card is. So I already adhered my card panel to an A2 sized black card base, and I'm just placing my leaf and my sentiment where I would like them. And I really like how that background shows with the washi tape, but it doesn't steal the show. It complements the leaf. The nice thing about washi tape is all the work is done for you. All you have to do is slap it on a piece of cardstock, add whatever kind of embossing powder you want, and you've got a background done. And the washi tapes come in larger sizes now, so you can get one that can cover your entire card panel. And now my card is finished, and that's all there is to this. I really am excited about my fall card. I probably have about 20 of them already. Isn't this beautiful with all the glorious shine and color? I'm really glad you were able to join me today, and I hope that you learned some really good tips on how to grab your washi tape and jazz it up by heat embossing it. Thank you for stopping by today.